Truth. It's one of the most valued concepts in human life. But what happens when telling the truth is not so simple? What if lying seems like a better option? Today, we explore one of philosophy's most enduring questions. Should you always tell the truth? Or are there times when lying might be the right choice? The virtue of truth. Throughout history, truth has been seen as a fundamental moral virtue. Think of the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates. For him, the pursuit of truth was essential to a virtuous life. He famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Truth-telling is not just about factual accuracy, but about living authentically and with integrity. In a society built on trust, truth is the glue that holds relationships and communities together. When you lie, you break that trust. Immanuel Kant, a German philosopher, argued that truth-telling is not just a moral guideline, but a duty. To lie, for Kant, is to violate the dignity of another person. Kant believed that lying turns individuals into mere tools to achieve our own ends, rather than respecting their autonomy. If we lie, we deny others the ability to make decisions based on the truth. The problem of lying. However, truth-telling isn't always so clear-cut. Let's think about a situation where telling the truth might harm someone. What if a friend asks, "Do you think I look good in this dress?" And the answer is, "No." In this scenario, is honesty really the best policy? What if telling the truth causes emotional pain? Should we always be brutally honest, or is there a place for white lies? Many people might argue that a little lie, told with good intentions, could be the kindest thing to do. John Stuart Mill, a philosopher known for utilitarianism, suggested that actions are morally right if they promote the greatest happiness for the greatest number. From this perspective, lying to protect someone's feelings might be justified. However, Mill's utilitarianism doesn't give us a free pass to lie whenever it feels convenient. It asks us to carefully consider the consequences of our actions. Does the harm caused by the lie outweigh the benefit of protecting someone's feelings? While white lies may seem harmless, lying can easily spiral into something much more dangerous. The more you lie, the harder it becomes to remember the truth, and the deeper you sink into deception. Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher often associated with existentialism, warned about the dangers of self-deception. When we lie, we deceive not only others, but ourselves. We may begin to believe our own falsehoods, losing touch with who we really are. Nietzsche saw lying as a form of avoidance, a way to escape uncomfortable truths about ourselves. He believed that embracing the truth, even when it's painful, is the path to personal freedom and authenticity. The ethics of lying in society. Philosophers have long debated the role of lying in society. Are there times when lying is justified for the greater good? For instance, in wartime, is it acceptable to lie to protect national security or save lives? In extreme cases like these, many philosophers argue that lying may be necessary to prevent greater harm. This concept is often referred to as situational ethics, the idea that moral decisions should depend on the context rather than fixed rules. But this raises important questions. If we allow ourselves to lie in certain situations, how do we know where to draw the line? And can we trust ourselves to always make the right judgment about what counts as the greater good? Another layer of complexity comes from the idea that truth itself might not be absolute. Some philosophers, especially those from postmodernist traditions, argue that truth is subjective. What one person believes to be true might be radically different from someone else's perspective. Think about cultural differences. In some cultures, exaggeration is a common social tool to express warmth or humor. In others, it's seen as a form of dishonesty. In this context, what is considered a lie may vary significantly across different social norms. For postmodernists, truth is constructed. It's shaped by language, power dynamics, and individual experiences. This suggests that what counts as a lie could be determined not by universal principles, but by social and cultural norms. Finding balance. So, should you always tell the truth? The answer, like most philosophical questions, isn't simple. There are times when truth-telling is an absolute moral duty, times when a lie might protect someone from harm, and times when honesty is the only path to authenticity. Ultimately, the key lies in understanding the consequences of your words and the intentions behind them. Truth-telling is important, but so is compassion. And sometimes the hardest truth is knowing when a little white lie is the right choice. Philosophy offers us no easy answers when it comes to lying. It challenges us to think critically about our actions and to reflect on the impact of our words. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where truth and lies collide, ask yourself, what are the consequences? What is the greater good? And ultimately, what is the most honest choice? Thanks for joining us today on Journey to answer one of life's unsolvable questions. If you enjoyed this philosophical deep dive, check out some of our other videos. Until next time, this has been Mind Paradox.